All right, so in any season, two words that signal business was about to pick up were Baloo Week. So Darius, you had already experienced two seasons of Baloo Week. So how did this one stand out from the others? Because it was a great game once we got to that Friday.
Yeah, senior year make it that much, more intense, and it's always us versus them type of thing. We in not a real beef, but in-season beef. So that just make it electrifying. And obviously the atmosphere, and we just beat them.
We just played them.
They want to come back and get us in. Everybody hate HD. We the champs.
So Chris and T Money, and Chris, I'll start with you. And coming from, this was your first year at Woodson. Did you feel like the atmosphere shift in practice and leading up to that game against Baloo? When it came to that Baloo Week, did you feel the atmosphere shift from the other parts of the season?
Oh, definitely. I would say definitely the Baloo game was definitely, we felt like it was a turkey bowl. They had a high-power offense, a great quarterback. Tay, he was a monster. We had a great defense. We really want to put our team to the test. So, high-power offense, high-power defense. Baloo and Woodson, great title on it. The school was, was jam-packed. I remember that week. People talking, walking to the train stations, neighborhoods, talking. So it was a big atmosphere. I was glad to be a part of it. But it was strictly business that week. Coming to school on time, staying that extra 20 minutes after practice, getting that extra lap in, that extra sprint in. It was business. It was definitely big business, that game. And, we came out on top.
So in my opinion, it was the game of the year. I mean, the score 22-20, we ended up coming out on top. And Chris, me and you were talking about it just before we got started. It really came down to one play. I don't know if everybody remembers it. It was, I want to say that maybe 4 or 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Edwards drops back. I don't remember what defense we were in.
Fake the screen.
Fake the screen.
Ooh, I hate that.
Fake the screen. They took the wheel. Somebody came down. I don't remember who man it was.
Sherrod.
It was Sherrod.
Definitely was Sherrod. I remember.
And he was wide open. Like, he catches it, game over. Drop. I know I made the Richard Sherman face when they lost the Super Bowl. I was like, so just from your perspectives on the field, what was your reaction to that play, Darius?
Well, when he dropped it, originally, because I was playing DN, so I went for the screen too. I looked for the screen too, and next thing you know, after the pump, somebody's flying down the sideline, and everybody's up
in the backfield.
And everybody's up. And he threw it, he dropped it, and I was just like, all right, we're gonna win this game.
Right.
We're gonna win this game.
It's like a movie though. It just went in slow motion, like it felt like the ball was in the air for like the entire time.
It's like everything got quiet, and then when he dropped it,
I was literally gonna kill Sherrod. He wouldn't have made it on that bus. Everything we had worked for, man, was on that one play. That would have been a real heart thumper.
Speaking of not making it on the bus, I wonder if that guy made it on the bus. Being over at Baloo.
That was the opportunity to win right there. So.
Yeah. We beat Baloo and then won the rest of the games, won out. Clinched another Turkey Bowl berth after we beat Coolidge. And we were supposed to play Baloo. It kind of worked out that way. After that playoff Saturday, Baloo beats Dunbar, but then Dunbar protests. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
How did we even find out that they protested that, it was kind of up in there? How did
social media? Yeah, I remember
Facebook?
we was downstairs. I think we was here till 8 o'clock. We was watching film, actually, both teams. Cause it was a rumor.
Oh yeah, cause we didn't know which one.
Yeah, we didn't know it was a rumor. And just to let this go without saying, we beat Dunbar, cause Baloo got what they got the
Took out frustrations out on Dunbar.
Yeah. But we would have beat Baloo if we would have went to the Turk. Let's get that clear. We already beat them and had an illegal player, right? We would have beat them if they had, illegal players. So let's get that understood.
Yeah, straight up.
And so, T-Money, you said social media is how you found out.
No, I ain't know how we found out. I know it was a rumor. I just couldn't think how we found out.
Because I remember
the coaches didn't know either.
I remember the final. I know the final word was, the coach called us in and told us, but that week was crazy. Preparing for two teams, it was, and they had two totally different offenses.
Yeah.
And Chris, speak about that as one of our starting linebackers. How was that having to prepare for two completely different offenses, the kind of ground and pound, run heavy offense of Dunbar versus the high power pass game of Bellew?
I mean, it was hard. The type of player I was definitely a downhill, A-guy player, Nate as well. Shout out to him. Great linebacker.
Absolutely.
Playing Dunbar kind of fitted more to my mode style of playing. The straight downhill, they had a lot of pro sets, tight end, 2 tight ends. Playing Bellew was a little bit more hard. You had to put your wheels on, spread, they got the trips, quads, they dump empty out you, and they had a quarterback that can run.
And then Lord
a 4-2 with, with a book bag on. So it was definitely hard. That was a hard week, man, for a 16, 17-year-old kid.
Once we found out who was gonna play, us against Dunbar, outside of how bad we knew we were going to destroy Dunbar, that really wasn't the total question.
What I was saying.
The biggest question was kind of who would have had a breakout game, because in the 2 championships prior, in 08, SQ had the big breakout game. In 09,
shout out to SQ. He's a
yeah,
fire line.
dog. SQ in 08 had the big breakout game, and then quietly as it's kept in 09, Nito had a really big breakout
Oh yeah, big
game.
time receiver. Yeah, big time.
Yep,
big
had
time,
a big
time.
breakout
Shout
game.
out Nito.
T-Money, you ended up being the offensive MVP, and I see the smile on your face when you think
He
about
did his
it.
thing. He did his thing.
Going into that game, what were you feeling? Because you three TDs, man, you took off. What were you feeling going into that game?
Anxious.
Because you went to Dunbar too.
A
You
little
had played for
annoyed
Dunbar.
because I got to put through my former team like this. So I mean, it was fun. It was fun, honestly. Just to get the jitters out.
Mhm.
I can't even tell you what I was thinking, man. I was just so caught up in the moment, just trying to soak it all in, because you never know when it's your last
We
time
definitely
playing.
wanted that bad for you.
You know,
We definitely wanted that bad
And
for
y'all
you.
definitely did it for me. And defense stood up, offense stood up. It was definitely a good game.
It was.
Defense was crazy. I watched that highlight, that hype
crazy.
video. I showed my kids,
Yeah.
and man,
Going
they was
crazy.
teeing off.
It was nasty.
Nah,
Remember
Sharon,
was going
boy, oh my
crazy.
Remember
God.
I was just talking to Chris about this. So that last hit, I think it was like 2 minutes left. Game was over. I don't know what the play. I think he ran a skinny post. Retard comes from free. I literally,
Good night, man. He killed
I
that boy. He
thought
killed him.
he was dead.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all look close, like I dropped my mouth. I'm picking my mouthpiece up off the ground because I thought Youngin was like gone. I thought he
Took
was
his soul
dead.
on that one. He took his soul.
But speaking of that second half and the defense, in 86-yard pick 6, Chris, you forced the fumble. Boyer takes it back to 6. Then boom, Dijon finishes off an MVP 3-sack performance with a pick 6. And just an absolute bloodbath to get the first 3-peat in school history.
You skipped my touchdown too, but we gonna let it go.
9-3, East Division champs, Turkey Bowl champs. Darius and Shab, I missed your touchdown. I'll start with you on this one. What do you want people to remember most about our 2010 team?
Obviously, we the first.
Right.
The first 3-peat. But I think what made it special, we had a lot of players that came from different parts of the city and different schools. Like Chris came from Coolidge, T-Money came from Dunbar. Even I came from those. Like a lot of people came from other schools, and we brought it together and brought it home. But it's just one for the books, man. I really enjoyed it. Wish we can go back in time, and do it again. Just a special moment, man. 3-peat.
What about you two?
Just gelling with your brothers, man. And what I want them to remember about us, man, that we never gave up. No matter what presented itself on the field, what happened in the locker room, we never gave up. We kept fighting till the door knocked down.
And you can't see the field. We played on glass,
Yeah.
practice on
Yeah.
glass. We ain't had every school for the most. I think every school had a field, but us, probably public
Yep,
schools.
because our school was getting rebuilt.
Yeah, we played.
Which that 2010 senior team was supposed to graduate, but that's another story. I'll leave it.
Yeah, like we ain't had much over here as far as practice wise.
If we had another year, all of us together, bro, we definitely would have won this game.
Yeah.
So Chris, I'll end with you, man. What do you want people to remember? Because you got the ring on me. I'm a little fat now. My ring don't fit like it used to. What do you want people to remember about that 2010 team?
Looking at it as a grown man, I would say just that brotherhood that we had. We had a lot of guys that was mature. A lot of guys new coming in. We had a lot of transfers. you know, upcoming seniors. So we knew we only had 1 year to came, you know, to do what we had to do. Man, as a grown man, you know, you try to get that companionship that you know you'll never have with 30, 40, 50 plus guys that all care about each other, all care about one thing. So as an adult, I look back and I really appreciate that that we had, man. And to get that first repeat honor was special to me. You know, me having a kid very young, and me just want to look forward to winning something at that point in time in my life. And this football team definitely did it for me. It was definitely home. And like I said, we still in a group chat. I text all these guys now. Got the guys over there, you know, we was close and we still are close. So that's probably one thing I want to take, just that brotherhood we had.